Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. And, as you can plainly see by our tooltip right here, we have one of the Deshar vassals on the run. I decided to, well, move away from the main area of territory that the Deshar currently have control over because, well, there was a vassal with 89 units headed straight for us, and he had a huge amount of Wind Riders and various other high-tier units, which we definitely did not want to be engaged upon. So instead I decided to sort out my inventory a little bit and level up some of our units. As you can see, I've left the companions to level up just so that we can do it on screen because, well, these guys level up reasonably well, I have to say, and it would be rather nice to be able to do that on screen. So we're also going to be leveling ourselves up on screen too, so we'll see what kind of things Bertil the Lesser has gained in his time in Pendor so far. And, oh yes, here's my inventory. I have organized it rather well, I think, because as you can see right here, we have our helmets in a nice line right there, and we have some torso armor going down. It's like a nice tour that you can take, you know? It's like one of those tours that you take and you see, oh, look at that, that's nice, and then you see another thing like this book, for example. That used to be at the top, but now it's at the bottom, so there's a little bit of things going on there. We have a horse here, and then we have another horse as we go up. And then there's another horse. And, of course, there's another horse right there as well. So, yeah, I left the balanced sword in its place because I felt like that was its home in that particular slot. So, that seems rather nice, as well as, obviously, this strange rune bow, which we may indeed give to Julia, I think. Now, we do have a couple of helms here. Oh, yes, I need to move that helm over there to the left a little bit. That's going to organize things a little bit better, isn't it? And, well, the Qualis gem could not stay in the top right. That is just impossible, so I moved that a little bit, and, well, I hope that that's a little bit more organized for you guys that have stated that I need to organize my inventory in the comments, and there we go. So I think that will be rather cool, and we can actually speak to our companions now, because, well, obviously we need to speak to them and level them up. I mean, I don't leave them for more than an episode or so, after all, and we're going to be improving our intelligence a little bit with Donovan here, because I would like to get him yet another point in tactics. He is our tactician, absolutely fantastic tactician, I have to say, and maybe, just maybe, he can use the shield that we gained from the Noldor. That would be fantastic, but for now we're just going to be getting him some Iron Flesh and a couple more other weapon proficiencies. But as you can see, he's using a braced wooden round shield right now, and we could give him this, because we currently cannot use it, of course, as we have absolutely no skill in shield, which is really quite unfortunate. But he has 3 in riding skill, so I would like to be able to give him a horse. Obviously, he cannot use the Noldor horse. I think we could actually give him the Deshar Courser, because he's going to need that to be able to run very, very fast on the fields of battle. That's going to be wonderful. Now, we do have 3 helms here, which will be very good for everyone, and better than what he has, so let's give him one of the Deshar helms that we have, and we may as well give him the shield as well. Why not, you know? It seems very good. He has a rather nice axe, as you can see here too. And I think we may actually end up using this lance. Why not? It might be quite good. Wait a minute. This Deshar Courser is actually better than what we have. Let's swap around our horses there a little bit. Sorry about that, Donovan. We do actually need to take that from you. And we're going to be giving him some torso armor as well, so he's a little bit better armored. He's going to be very, very powerful now, I'd say. And Alyssa, of course, has Singalian Temptress armor and some, well, actually a reasonable helmet, but nothing as good as this Noldor helm, so we will be giving her that. She has a black iron spear, and of course, she has some throwing spears as well. We are going to be giving her our large bag of javelins, so she can potentially use those as well. Now, she does not have the riding skill to ride that, of course, so we're just going to be leaving her with what she has right now. And that seems fine. Obviously, we do need to level her up, though. I neglected to do that. So, let's see. What do we want to get her? Well, she actually has nothing in Iron Flesh whatsoever. So, it would probably be a good idea to get her something in that. Potentially. Anyway. So, I think maybe going for some strength and some Iron Flesh? Maybe? Nah. Let's go for some strength and some Power Strike. Maybe she can do a little bit more damage. She has a huge amount of Power Throw, but Power Strike, she definitely needs a little bit more to do with that. So let's give her some more in polearms, one-handed. That should be fine. And now Beartild the Lesser needs to level up. So let's go over to our character here. Now, what do we want to do? Well, we're having some difficulties with our proficiencies right now, but I'm still going to be leveling our intelligence up a little bit here. 1 point in Weapon Master and another in Iron Flesh will definitely be what we desire, isn't it? Wait a minute, let's just take a look here. Well, Persuasion would definitely make some difference, but not much, of course. Tactics is pointless. Weapon Master is obviously quite good. Power Throw would otherwise be rather nice. I think Power Throw would be quite nice. So let's go with that. And we'll go for Iron Flesh maybe next level, because we are still wanting to get to 15 intelligence, thank you. Okay, so without further ado, we now have the opportunity to chase down this Vassal and hopefully not be intercepted. Yes, hopefully none of the Feared's Vein Vassals or anything else will come across us right here. And let's see. Are we able to take him out? Let's see if we can actually do that. Well, obviously he only has 19 units. We have 66. We have not had any chance to recuperate many of our forces just yet, so we're going to have a couple of difficulties maybe, but I think we should be fine as long as his Scorpion Assassins do not get any opportunity to deal damage. I'm actually unsure whether he has any of those, but we're going to see nevertheless. Yes, it actually appears as though we may just want to charge in. We have 37 cavalry. I feel as though charging in is probably the way to go right now, because really waiting for a Vassal with 18 now units to charge us is probably a huge mistake. So we're just going to be riding this guy around a little bit, see if we can distract some of his archers, some of his rather deadly units. Oh yes, let's be a little bit careful, shall we? The deadly units are now aiming for us a little. Yes, probably a bad idea to have that happen. Now let's see if we can deal some damage to those guys. I was very much hoping that we would be able to, but obviously the Morningstar we are currently using is, well, it is quite slow, and we were on a hill, and being on a hill makes it very difficult, at least for me, to be able to use any attacks whatsoever. So let's see, that's 22 damage, but it's really not helping us too much there, is it? Yeah, so let's see if we can deal some more damage there. Ah, a little unfortunate that they were able to be taken out so easily by our, well, various cavalry units. So, well, there it is. It's actually not bad, because we do get 4 renown, and we lost 3 units in that very small battle. Obviously, we did charge straight on in, so I was expecting that. And we can now take him prisoner. The Feared's Vein is liking us quite a lot. As you can see, this is the main reason for me charging after this dude, because he actually had a couple of prisoners, and one of them was this fellow, Lord Olaf Oakenshield. He actually hated us before, but now he likes us a little bit. We gained some honor and some relation with the Feared's Vein. And we have 5 spaces, for which we will be taking some lady units. I do believe they level up. Do they? No? I thought they may have leveled up into Lady Valkyries perhaps, but no, they are knighthood units after all, so probably not. Feared's Vein Sword Maiden, and anything else we want to take here? Probably these heavy archers, maybe Armored Axemen would be an idea. So, what do we have that we do not really want to have? Well, these Vanskry warriors, they are, yeah, I suppose we'll just lose one of these crossbowmen, I suppose, and we'll take the Feared's Vein. We need a couple more infantry, I feel. And, yeah, there we go. So, let's see here. We are going to be... Oh, wow, Anson is also with us. Yes, probably should have upgraded his helm a little bit, and Julia probably as well. I'd like to talk to you about how you manage your equipment. Start upgrading armor on your own, and make all party members upgrade as how... Yes, that will be fine. Hopefully they will not all try to get crossbows now, though. So I'm actually going to take a look and speak to Alyssa and see what's going on there. No, that seems fine. I am currently upgrading my own armor and not upgrading my horses. Well, I suppose you could start upgrading your horse on your own as well. There we go. Okay, so now let's see how Donovan is doing here, and that will be absolutely fine. I don't really want them to change their weapons without me actually telling them to change their weapons, so I'm perfectly happy with how it is right now. So, let's just access the item pool first. There's absolutely nothing. Yes, of course there is. Okay, so let's take that horse at least, and we'll take the shield as well, but yeah, it's basically pointless to allow them to do anything along those lines now. So, yeah, without further ado, let us just head back into Dashar territory. Maybe that fellow with the huge amount of Wind Riders would have moved on by now. I was actually thinking that it might be an idea to head into Noldor territory, but, well, there's a lot of very small parties around there, and we currently do not have the speed to outrun them, or at least we can, but it is very, very close, and I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that. Ooh! There appears to be a battle... Oh, wow. The Heretic army against a huge amount of Dashar vassals. This could be very, very lucrative for us. If we are able to pick off the vassals at the... Okay. The vassals at the end, I was going to say, but they are very, very swift by the looks of things. Oh, run! Run, Lord Vigdus! Oh yes, it appears as though he is running, and we need to deal some damage to these guys. Whoa, that, I believe, is actually the leader? Is that the leader? Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I have not spent much time in Dashar territory, so... Yes, I may not know who the leader is right now, but let's just see here what's going on. Okay, so that fellow, yes, thank you very much for the marshalship. Yes, we do not have that. And, oh yes, wow, he got caught. He definitely got caught, so that's very bad for him, but hopefully for us, we will be able to eliminate this fellow. Let's take a look at his assortment of units right now. He actually has a Heretic Invoker and some Worshippers and Minions prisoners, so I think it would be worth us actually attacking him. Maybe? Wait a minute. That guy's a little bit too close in my opinion. Isn't he too close? Maybe not. Okay, I think we will be able to attack him. Yes, but unfortunately some farmers have also joined in. So we are probably going to have a couple of... Oh no, maybe not a couple of difficulties. Only 56. So let's see what we're able to... Okay. Well, we spawned all in the same exact area. Probably not the greatest thing ever. But it is a very nice map, I have to say. I quite like this map. So let's get everyone over there, apart from our archers, of course. We want our archers to stay on this hill here. I'm going to tell them to stand a little bit closer as well. Just a little bit. It seems everyone does not want to go over there. Okay, what about over here instead? Okay, it seems as though they are now deciding that it would be a good idea to obey my orders. Okay. Well, whatever the case, that fellow does have a rather remarkable amount of infantry, it appears, and cavalry, so probably want to be a little careful of that. Our archers are still not in a very good position. Let's move them there. Maybe... I think I know the best way. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to go across the river. That is not going to be a good plan. Instead, we are going to head over here, and we're going to make it so that they have to travel uphill instead of across the very flat battlefield down there. Considering they have an overwhelming amount of cavalry, I feel as though this would probably lend itself a little bit better to some semblance of strategy, at least. So let's see what we're able to do. This is a little bit nerve-wracking because I have a feeling that these guys actually do have some pretty reasonable units. I think he has some Knights of Eventide, so quite worried about them, but we're going to be finding out how effective they are as time goes on. So let's get our archers over here, infantry in front, thank you, and we'll get our cavalry over there. Ooh, we have a lot of cavalry. We have 43 cavalry, so we, in theory, should be, well, pretty much fine to attack these guys. Ooh, okay, they are charging. Okay, so we're just going to have to charge straight on in as well, then. We have to really meet them right here. We have to meet them, otherwise bad things are going to happen. And our archers are going to be assaulted without any opposition whatsoever. We are losing a couple of units, but that is just the way things have to be right now. Come on. Oh, 3 damage? Are you serious? 3 damage? Yes, there we go. That's a lot better. Thank you very much. 40 damage. Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more. Oh my. That was unexpected. That was very unexpected. I was actually attempting to take out a couple of the advanced units, but apparently they decided to focus us down, which is not the greatest thing to ever happen, I have to say. So all of our units are now charging. Unfortunately, they... yes. The camera is seeming to be a little bit busy whenever I open the orders menu after I have died, it seems to have a couple of difficulties with that, but it appears as though we are going to be succeeding here. We have eliminated 37 of our opponent's units, and we are hopefully going to be eliminating many more, and hopefully not losing a couple in the process as well. Seems as though everything's going quite well in actual fact. Wow. It seems like our Dashar Bladesman, our actual Dashar Bladesman, is doing a lot more damage than theirs, but yeah, I know that's just a fallacy or some kind of illusion, but it is seeming to be the case right now. And Julia's getting a couple of kills too, so I'm very happy with our companion choices. Maybe apart from Anson, not entirely happy with him, I have to say, considering he is going to complain every single time we raid a village, so I suppose that is somewhat of a difficulty. But there's 12 renown. I have to say I'm very happy about that. I really didn't want to get taken out though, because now our pathfinding is probably going to be disabled. Maybe at least for a little bit, so let's see what we can do here. We are going to be taking him prisoner. I'm unsure whether we will be able to actually even ransom these guys, but we're going to try our very best. So let's see if we can take these heretic minions too. We only have space for 7, but they do level up into heretic worshippers, who are, in my opinion, pretty reasonable units. So let's see here. What do we have? Oh yes, we have a huge amount of stuff. Oh yes, it's actually some very nice things. Ooh, my goodness. Okay. Well, anything that I want here? Anything that I want here at all? Large bag of darts? Not really. So I am going to be letting our heroes select things. Okay, so Julia has equipped a nice chess piece, a new horse, and some splintered greaves. And Anson has equipped a Dashar war helmet, some light leather, and splintered greaves. So that is fantastic. And we will be taking the rest, I suppose, to sell. And that seems fine to me. There we go. Yes, that's very nice. Okay. And as you can see, look at that. Julia has advanced to level 10, and Anson has advanced to level 2. So we are getting some very, very nice experience going on here. And let's see. Okay, I do want a couple of gladiators, even though they are going to die extremely quickly. I do want a couple of them eventually, because I just love seeing them in battle. They are so incredibly impressive. They just tear through enemy lines, especially in sieges, if they're able to survive that long anyway. So, well, let's just see how that goes. And as you can see, Julia is looking mighty different right now. She has 5 in power draw, and we need 7 for the strange rune bow. So, what do? Do we start leveling up strength for her? Yeah, I guess so. And what else do we want to get her? Well, I suppose the only thing we can get now is probably horse archery. Probably, because eventually she's going to be able to use that strange rune bow, and if she is incredibly inaccurate on a horse, then it's going to be pretty much pointless. So let's just go for that, get her some more archery, just to make sure she's going to be pretty reasonable with her bow once she gets it. And Anson, of course, has a knife, so let's give him a balanced sword, and we'll give him a battered Dashar round shield or something along those lines. Or that, in actual fact. Maybe that. Yeah, I think that is better. So let's give him that. He's using splintered greaves, light leather. Pretty reasonable. The helm that he's wearing is pretty much terrible, so we're going to be giving him one of ours. Ooh, he can't use that. Of course he can't. So we'll just give him the next best thing, I suppose. So that's 44 armor there for him on his helm. That's pretty nice. This mail shirt's actually better for him too, so let's give him that as well. Ooh, we could give him a courser, maybe. Does he have riding skill? I'm actually unsure. Let's see. He does. He does have riding skill. Fantastic. So there we go. Now we can actually level him up, and he has some pretty reasonable surgery and medic skills, but we have more. We are the medic, basically. So this is Bertild the Lesser version 0.5, I suppose. Well, whatever the case, he has 2 in trade as well as some engineer skill. Well, I suppose what we could do is just give him 15 in intelligence once he levels up once again, and then just level up some more combat skills for him. I actually have no clue, to be honest. I think we should probably just make him our engineer for now. He's probably going to leave at some point, and then maybe we'll find the actual engineer companion, but it seems as though that is going to be his calling in life right now. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on. We need to be very careful about being caught by this fellow. He is wanting... Oh, yes. He is wanting to chase us, and as we can see, the Dashar is offering us 7,300 dinars for this fellow. So we are going to be accepting that offer, thank you very much. Now we are swimming in cash. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting them to offer that much, I have to say. But maybe that fellow was actually down on his luck and he was severely weakened, and in actual fact, he was remarkably powerful. Maybe that was the case. Well, whatever we can do to give us some sort of advantage, and as a result, we are going to be ending this episode of here. And next time on Prophecy of Pendor, I am going to be attempting to pursue this fellow who is currently pursuing some thieves. So hopefully we'll be able to beat him and, well, rescue a couple of those heretic minions and worshippers. And so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.